Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. A contest in the West will see if the Timberwolves can please this home crowd. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah. Well, you look at last year, they just could not find their footing, guys. Against this team, they dropped all 3 games during the season.
And we'll see if anything's different this year because they didn't match up well with this team last year, getting swept in the season series. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. Oh boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Right side inside. He can't get it to go. Nice Steve from Valanciunas. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning, no lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to lead. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
In the corner, it's Bridges. And here's the break. Yes, that goes in. He's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Screen by Valanciunas. Mr. Williamson. And the jump by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Going against one of the elite players in the league, Kawhi Leonard, knows they have their work cut out for them. Coach said Kawhi is the complete player. He doesn't make mistakes. We can't count on them losing this game. We need to win it for ourselves. So they will try and be the aggressors tonight. Try. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Just 4 to shoot. A rebound by the Jazz.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Pass to Maxey. No shot that time. Not on target. Now the Jazz take it the other way. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Schroeder surveying the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond over Lopez. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And for players like Andre Drummond, sometimes it's a paradox. Great individual rebounding doesn't always translate into great team rebounding.
That almost sounds, Greg, counterintuitive, right? Because you wonder, is it a lack of boxing out? So if they don't get it, an opponent does. What is clear unequivocally, though, there is more to team success than individual numbers.
Pass to Gordon. Trying to get open is Lopez. The Jazz with another miss.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Gafford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Denny Avdia picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He hits both from the strike. Jones with it. 1:32 left in the first quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Pass to Drummond. Hampton with the ball. Schroeder outside. On the wing, Williams. Fires for 3. And Jones pulls it down. And it's Jones with the ball for Utah. Trailing by 5. Trying to get open is Lopez. And they pick up 2. Now here's Schroeder. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Hampton. Inside. The Timberwolves working the ball around him. Sinks the 15-footer.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Avdia to the paint. It's stolen by Hampton. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Outside Williams. Just 5 to shoot.
Yeah, really good defensive play to come on there and square up.
Now Jones. Got it off in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way. And thanks again for tuning in. For just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Right side of screen. Over to the wing. Bridges for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage there.
Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis and LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project him to be what they've become. It's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 7. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And they're able to recover. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jazz trailed by 7. Doncic feeling it out. The kick out to Anderson. Pass to Whiteside. Now Doncic. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Driving inside. Here's Maxey. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Here's Bridges. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And the Jazz with possession here. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And he can't bank that one in.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
It's deflected.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
And that one's good by Porter.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Leonard with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a three of his own. Beautiful.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Williamson right side. And the shot by Williamson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Doncic outside. So the wing on the left. Bridges inside the three-point line.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Good shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. And another three for Minnesota. And so Doncic will bring it up for the champ. 9-point game. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Bledsoe outside. Here's Gafford. Nice move. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've also made their mark in the paint. A lot of their scoring coming down low so far.
Jazz trail by 8. Outside, Jones. .158 left now here in the second. And here is Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hampton with the ball. Here's Gafford. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, the defense has got to have a little bit more toughness in it.
Now here's Jones. Pocket 6. Nice ball movement by Utah. Williams with the steal. .104 left to play in the first half. It's Drummond, high post. Schroeder outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Jazz trailed by 10. It's Jones on the wing. That's for Lopez.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Schroeder outside. Driving the lane. Second shot opportunity. And it's Drummond missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside, Jones. And no good on the last look at the TV. And the first half is now in the books. Minnesota on top as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Jazz trailed by 12. And Doncic, here we go. That one, no good. Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Prager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. And in that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good origin, a good point, a good facility.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that, am I correct?
No, that's not true. I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural, others like myself had to evolve into it.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago. Average number in that regard.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Jazz. Down by 15. They'll be playing host to Portland for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Now Leonard. He's got 8. Pass to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Look, to steal a line from you up high and down hard, Jonas Valanciunas. Go ahead, big fella.
Now, here's Whiteside. Out to Doncic. Shoots the 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Running close. And scoring with the play inside is Leonard. Leonard's got 10.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Utah calls timeout.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Well, Valanciunas reads the play and snuffs it out. That's the kind of defense you need from the 5 spot.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you.
and providing the support where they need it. That stops a 12-0 run by the Timberwolves.
Pass to Valanciunas. And here's Maxey. Outside Leonard. 5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. And that one drops.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Doncic. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Left side, Porter. Stolen by Bledsoe. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. Here's Gafford. He's got 5. Schroeder outside. And good that time. Schroeder's got his first bucket of the night.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far. And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite
Cazzo fa triste.
a lot of fans when he
Hai già premuto il tasto.
Right, Greg, but he cited the strong
Naccia la miseria.
Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
The Jazz again can't hit it.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
.153 left to play here in the third. Pass to Drummond. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Timberwolves on offense. Huge run right now for them. Going 19 to 2. We've got 1:13 left for the third. Here's CJ. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Denny Avdia picks one up. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Minnesota.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes with their defense and then turn those turnovers into points.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Hampton. Back to Schroeder. The Timberwolves have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Back to Drummond. Over Lopez. And it's Drummond missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Pass to Avdia. Jones, no one around him. Drains the three-pointer.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
19 seconds left to play in the third. Down low. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hampton's got his second basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jones for 3. That shot, no good. And so it's Minnesota having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here is Hampton. And with small ball catching on, it's the rare team, Doris, that looks to go big and play bully ball. Why hasn't that approach been more popular?
Well, to me, Kevin, the NBA game is one that's in constant evolution. So right now the emphasis is three-point shooting, free throw opportunities, and restricted area opportunities. That seems to be the most efficient way to play the game of basketball. On the defensive end, what that requires is positionless players, guys in the post who can guard the perimeter, switchability, all the versatility you can bring to bear on the defensive end is significant. And so that's why bully ball becoming harder and harder to play in today's NBA.
At the top of the key, Lopez. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with the 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Out to the right wing. Brown outside. 5 on the clock. Jones from outside. Bradley with some nice D.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Hampton with the ball. Shoots over Brown. Hampton misses.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Man can't hit.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact, a lot was let go on the floor, to what we're seeing now, and there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. Eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our area. There's more space. The court, in essence, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man. And these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. He gets that one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's the Lopez. Over in the corner, Brown. Nice ball movement by Utah. Man. But they recover it. Lopez, no luck. And so it's Minnesota with it. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Left side, Bradley. A shot by Hampton with no one around. Sinks the triple.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Anderson outside. Pass to Shamet. Another miss by Utah. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run. It's Bradley on the wing. Hampton with the ball. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players even ones out of the playoff hunt. They got fined, but is the amount, which I think is about 25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got 100, 200 million invested in the guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it. And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the football.
Jay, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. And the Timberwolves with possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of two that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Here's Williams. Takes it off the glass.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you can see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Man gets the bucket.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And it's Bradley with the ball for Minnesota. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Here's Gafford. Sweet move. Another shot. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's Man. Here he goes. Misses from short range.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And that one falls for Williams. And he can't hit the second. And so it's the Super Bowl. They won this game both